Hi guys, Lou here and welcome back to Acorn Hill. And today we're talking about figs. Yes, figs. Figs as a fruit and figs as a plant. Who doesn't love figs? I do. I like them freshly picked from the tree. I like figs when they are jammed. I like figs when they are canned. I like figs when they are jarred. Anything and everything fig, wrap them with prosciutto or and even just eating it whole. Figs are a really good source of vitamin and all other minerals and vitamins that I'm just going to put on the screen, to be frank with you. But the reason why we're talking about figs today is because I was able to get a hold and get my hands on good fig branches that I am planning on propagating. Last year I propagated just a few branches that turned into really good little plants that are still in a pot. These small fig cuttings came from two big branches that were given to me by a dear friend and co-worker, Renee. They came from Renee's father's big fig tree in their backyard. My propagation technique for any softwood or hardwood cuttings is easy. Determining the location of the leaf node is essential. I cut the branch 1/4 of an inch below the leaf node. Then I slice the bark just up to the cadmium layer, about an inch from the tip of the branch and the cut. I then dip the tip of the branch into a rooting hormone, shake off the excess, and planted them in prepared plastic cups filled with peat moss. I put them in a humidifier box and left them there for about 2 months. I started that project in February, and come end of June, I enjoyed my first harvest of figs from this small bush. Recently, I was able to talk to a friend. Her name is Mindy, and Mindy is one of those good ladies that I got to meet and became friends with in my work being a physical therapist. I was able to twist her arm and told her that I'm coming over, Mindy, and I'm getting some fig branches off of your big fig tree. Very generous lady, a good Christian lady, and a really good soul to be with. She was kind enough and generous enough to invite me over, and I was able to cut and get a lot of fig branches from their fig tree. So today I wanted to share with you how we will propagate fig trees, fig plants, fig branches, and the steps involved before I actually plant them and put them in the landscape for next year. This is the second set of fig branches that I'm propagating this year. And much like the first, I will be putting them in a propagation box. Putting fig branches and planting them in plastic cups is the easiest way for me to control the number of fig branches and the amount that I could contain in whatever size plastic tub, usually a recyclable one that I have in hand, that I could all stick them in. In this clip, you notice that I'm putting loads of perlite and vermiculite in a regular potting soil potting mix and putting them inside the plastic cups into which I will be planting the fig branches. I had several branches off of Mindy's fig shrub, mostly 2 to 3 feet long. In this clip, what I'm doing is stripping the branches of the leaves. Fairly soon, the temperatures will be dropping, and I figured I'd start stripping the branches of the leaves since they will be falling off anyhow. These are very healthy branches, and as you can see, there are some potential growth for next year that's already emerging from the sides of the branches. These are the new leaves that will form next year once the branches have rooted down really well in the potting mix. Alright, so after stripping the branches of majority of its leaves, I've determined where I will be cutting them across. This will give me 2 branches per stem that I can then plant in the plastic cups filled with potting mix. In this clip, and as you notice, I like planting and inserting the branches along the side of the plastic cups. For some reason, this allows for roots to develop a whole lot sooner and a whole lot more vigorously than when the fig branches are inserted in the middle of the plastic cups. Now for the propagation box. This is an old plastic tub that I got laying around that I figured I will put all these cups with the branches in. Plan is to keep them moist and cover this with a big plastic bag to maintain the humidity, the moisture, and the proper temperature. This then creates that optimum environment for the branch and for the roots to start developing from the bottom. In just 3 weeks' time, notice how the green growths are coming off from the sides of the branches. Fig trees and fig branches are so easily propagated that one can do this just within a matter of a month. I will keep them in the propagation box for quite a while, continue to cover it with plastic. By springtime, the expectation is we will have more roots down the bottom, and by that time we're ready to transfer them in a slightly bigger pot, which we will in turn, hopefully by the summer or early fall of next year, we can plant them all in the landscape. I know it seems like it's a long wait, but I think it's fun. It's fun to get new plants, free plants, and by next year we'll be able to designate a good spot in the backyard dedicated to figs. Thanks again, Mindy, for your kind generosity and for your sweet gesture in inviting me. And I hope you guys enjoy today's video, which is all about fig propagation here on Acorn Hill.